Oxidation reduction reactions part 4. So in this video I want to talk about oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So let's see what element is oxidized and what element is reduced. So we need to identify which element or which chemical is oxidized and which chemical or which compound is reduced during a oxidation reduction reaction. So what does that mean in terms of oxidation state? So let's see the definition of oxidation and reduction in terms of change in oxidation state. So oxidation means an increase in oxidation state. So when a reactant or element is changing the oxidation state, when the oxidation state is increased, we say that we have oxidation in that element. When we have a decrease in oxidation state, we call it a reduction. So let's see an example. So let's see how to identify redox reactions. So we have this example, C plus 2S is going to give us CS2. We can use the oxidation state rules to assign oxidation states to all elements on both sides of the equation. So as you see here, C, because it's the element, the oxidation state is 0. And on the other side, C, S is minus 2 and C becomes plus 4 because we have two sulfur atoms. So as you see here, 2 times minus 2 is going to be minus 4. So carbon has to be 4. So carbon is changing from 0 to 4. So we have oxidation because the oxidation state is changing from 0 to 4 and it is increased. On the other hand, for sulfur, if you consider here, we have an element, it is 0, so it is reducing from 0 to minus 2. So we have reduction. So we have oxidation for carbon and we have reduction for sulfur. So as you see here, carbon changes from an oxidation state of 0 to an oxidation state of plus 4. So carbon loses electrons and it is oxidized. On the other hand, sulfur changes from an oxidation state of 0 to an oxidation state of minus 2. So sulfur gains electrons and it is reduced. So when we are losing electron, it means that it is oxidized. So when an element is gaining electron, it means that it is reduced. So it means that the oxidation state is reducing. Let's see another example. Use an oxidation states to identify the elements that is oxidized and the element that is reduced in the following redox reaction. We have Mg plus 2H2O, it gives MgHOH2 plus H2. So here we need to compare the oxidation states of Mg, magnesium, and hydrogen. So when we calculate the oxidation state of each element here in this reaction, we can say that Mg is 0 in this case because it is just in elemental form. Here we have OH, which is minus 1 always, so minus 1 times 2 is going to be minus 2, and Mg becomes plus 2. So Mg is oxidized because it is losing electrons, so it means that the oxidation state is increasing. So oxidation state is changed from 0 to plus 2, so we have oxidation. On the other hand, for hydrogen, on this side we have plus 1 because oxygen is minus 2 and we have 2 hydrogen atoms, so plus 1. So plus 1, it is changing to 0. Here H2 is 0. So it is reducing, so it gains electron. So it is changing from plus 1 to 0, so we call it reduction. So we always have oxidation, reduction. So whenever we have oxidation, we must have reduction, or when we have reduction, we must have oxidation. So since Mg increased in oxidation state, it was oxidized. Since H decreased in oxidation state, it was reduced. Oxidation reduction must occur together. If one substance loses electrons, it means that oxidation, then another substance must gain electrons, which is reduction. So what is oxidizing agent? A substance that causes the oxidation of another substance is called an oxidizing agent. Oxygen is an excellent oxidizing agent because it causes the oxidation of many substances. In a redox reaction, the oxidizing agent is always reduced. for example, oxidizing agent, we have oxygen, we have ozone, we have hydrogen peroxide, we have permanganate. These are different examples of oxidizing agent. On the other hand, we have reducing agent. So a substance that causes a reduction of another substance is called a reducing agent. Hydrogen are excellent reducing agents. The reducing agent is always oxidized. So the oxidizing agent is always reduced, and the reducing agent is always oxidized. So let's have a summary. In redox reactions, any reaction in which there is a change in the oxidation states of atoms in going from reactants to products, the oxidizing agent oxidizes another substance and is itself reduced, and the reducing agent reduces another substance and it is oxidized.